I've been wanting to do a video for a while showing some of the different EDC options that are out there for under $10. So I got 12 lights here, arranged from dimmest to brightest. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about them. I'm just going to go over the brand, the price, lumens, battery runtime, and beam distance or range. When selecting an EDC, most people know, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. You have to ask yourself, what am I going to be using this for? I've carried a lot of these, and I've also not carried a lot of them. It just really depends on what you need it for. Is it indoor, outdoor? Do you need something that reaches on out there, has quite a bit of range on it, or do you need it for up close work? Battery life versus lumens, that's also important. Do you need more battery or do you need more lumens? How bright do you want it? It just really depends on what you need it for. Once you know that, make your option. Sometimes you don't get it right the first time, so it just takes a couple 12 tries. I understand that. But we're going to go ahead and start on this first one. And a lot of people aren't going to like it, but oh well. This is the Rayovac LED pin light. It's $3. It's also 3 lumens. Has 5.5 hour runtime and a range of 25 foot. This is mainly going to be an inspection light. I really didn't want to add it on the video, except it's extremely popular. And I do understand it. This is for extremely up close work, inspection, mechanical, computer for sure. If you work on computers, I would understand that. This is definitely for indoor use. As far as outdoor use, I wouldn't recommend it. However, it is a very tough little cheap flashlight. Next, we have a Rayovac single AA light. This is also $3. Has 19 lumens. It will run for 3 hours and has a range of 60 foot. So you're moving on up. Of course, you're also moving from a AA or from a AAA to a AA. So, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. This one does not have a clip. Most of these do have a clip. I'm kind of big on that. If it's an EDC, it should have a clip. That's just my opinion. Some of these don't. I wanted to throw that option in there just in case you were looking for that, which I do understand if that's something you don't want. Next, we have the MXDL 3 watt. It's also $3. Has 40 lumens, 5 hours of runtime, and 35 foot of range. It's a little brighter. It's also much more of a floodlight. This beam is very dispersed. This one will reach out there further, but this one's a lot brighter up close. I do like this little flashlight. It's such a neat little flashlight. You can buy a clip for this. I've done reviews on all these, so if you're interested in any of them, like I said, check out the review and go from there. This is the Lux Pro LP130. You can get it for $5. This is an adjustable light. I'm not big on those on EDC, but it does have its purpose. If that's one of the options you want, to have both flood and spot capability, I mean, it makes sense to carry one of these. This is very small. It's got 40 lumens, 25 hours runtime. I used to not believe this. 25 hours of runtime on this little light. At first, I thought it was maybe a misprint. I went online to Lux Pro's website. That is true. It'll run for 25 hours. I haven't replaced the batteries on it yet, and I've had it for probably about 6 months. So it's been a great little flashlight. Next, we have the Small Sun ZY R804. It is a twist head design. I understand if you don't like that, but you are saving on space when you move down to a twist head design as opposed to a rear clicky. This is $4, 110 lumens. It'll run for 2.5 hours and has a 40-meter range. It comes in a variety of colors. This is a bronze gold color, and it's pretty neat. I like the flashlight for how small it is. Next, we have a no brand stainless steel AAA light. These are about $7 online. They're a little heavy. They're heavy on the plus side for what it is. For an EDC, a lot of people might think this is too heavy, but a lot of people do like the stainless steel for an EDC option. And I get it. It's a neat light. It's tough, obviously, but they are a little heavy. 120 lumens, 2.5 hour runtime, and 70 meters worth of range. So we're getting on up there. 70 meters out of this little bitty AAA light is not bad. All right, we're halfway done. Next, we have the Hugsby XP1. It costs about $5. Has 120 lumens. It'll run for 2 hours on the single AAA and has a 50-meter range. For the longest time, this was my go-to light. It's still a great flashlight. The only problem I have with these are they're getting harder and harder to find, simply because they're very popular and there are a lot of fake versions of this flashlight. Next, we have the PX516. Great cheap flashlight, $4.50, 140 lumens. It'll run for 2 hours on a AA and has 60 meters worth of range on it. You also have a glow-in-the-dark tail switch. The clip is removable. Also, you've got 3 modes on this flashlight. Also has glow-in-the-dark O-ring, all kinds of good stuff in there. Fairly cheap, under $5. Pretty neat little flashlight. Next, we have the no brand single AA flashlight, $3. These are so popular online. Once again, I'm not big on the adjustable torches for EDCs, but I went ahead and threw a couple of them in there just because you get that option if you want it to carry both a spotlight or a floodlight, whichever you want. Like I said, these are $3 online, 160 lumens. It'll run for 2.5 hours. Has 75 meters of throw when adjusted to spot. Next, we have this little guy. What a great little flashlight. This is no brand. I wish it was. I see a lot of brands snagging these up and slapping their brand label on it. But this is a no brand single AAA flashlight. This is probably one of the cheapest lights on this entire collection here. $2.37 for that price. I would recommend ordering a couple of them. It is a twist head design. Once again, I understand if that's not something you really are looking for, but it is a great flashlight. 200 lumens out of this little bitty flashlight. An hour and a half runtime. Has a 60-meter range. Not very big on the runtime, so that's just something you gotta think about. Next, we have the Security Ling FO3. This is $4. 185 lumens. It'll run from 45 minutes to an hour with 75 meters of throw. Now, this is a CR123A flashlight, or you can buy the lithium-ion batteries for it. It also has 3 modes. There is no clip, but a very small light, and it is pumping out some lumens. Alright, and last but not least, we have the Trustfire SA2 for $7, 260 lumens. It'll run for 3 hours and has 75 meters worth of range on it. This also has 3 modes, and it's a pretty good flashlight. But these are the top 12 lights for under $10, just EDC options I wanted to show you, and I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching.